Okay, so we have our system ready to bring water into and leak check. Notice that we are in the service mode. The display is going back and forth between the days between regeneration time and the time. I'm not going to get into the programming of the valve right now. We have another video that covers that in depth. But what we do want to do now is go ahead and place this system into the backwash mode as we apply water to it. One thing that's very important, you want to make sure if you have another any kind of another filter system, carbon downstream, Pro-Ox, water softeners, anything, you need to make sure those valves are all in the bypass mode as well. You do not want any of this initial backwash of this stuff going into your house or into any of your other cylinders. What you want to do is prep the calcite mixture prior to bringing the other ones back online. So we still have our valve, inlet valve, outlet valve shut off. And we're going to go ahead and go into the backwash mode. And I'm going to go ahead and do this using the Legacy app you can download on your phone. And once you set up, it's got a nice little dashboard here. And you can go into advanced settings, and it's backwash, rest, and rapid rinse. So what we're going to do is go ahead and hit regen now. And it's going to go into the backwash mode. Okay, we're going to slowly bring on the water pressure. And you can check for leaks up to your inlet valve. Then what we want to do is slowly open the inlet bypass valve. You're going to start filling the tank now. You're going to see air pockets and air bubbles coming out of here. And once you just kind of crack that open and let it run. And then once you quit seeing the air bubbles come through, you can go ahead and bring it up online. And you're going to let this go ahead and go through its backwash cycle, rest cycle, and the rapid rinse cycle. So this is going to take approximately 20 minutes. What you're going to do then is you'll come back and it'll go back into service mode, which will flash back and forth between time and days to regeneration. Okay, we've completed one regeneration cycle, which includes a backwash, rest period, and rapid rinse. We have our inlet pressure up. Now what we want to do is come over here to our hose bib, and we want to flush this hose bib out. And what we want to do is run the water to see if there's still fines or any kind of particulate in the water. Normally you have to repeat the backwash regeneration cycle 2 to 3 times. So you just repeat what we just did, basically go through the cycle again, and then just keep coming back and running in the water here for a few minutes looking at it until you get clear water here. You'll then be okay to go ahead and bring the rest of your appliances and your filters back online. Okay, so last thing we're going to do is make sure we install our 9-volt backup battery in case you lose power. That's basically just a little shelf here you can plug the battery into. Slide him in there, then replace your dust cover. And you now can turn your house supply on and you're good to go. Okay, depending on your tank size and your water usage, you periodically want to check your calcite level in the tank. Basically you can do that by just using a flashlight, shining a light through it, and you'll be able to see about what level it is. When you get down to about halfway mark on the tank, halfway down the tank, you're going to want to refill this. So there are 2 ways that you can do this. And you need to vent the water pressure off the tank. So the first way is to go ahead and close your shut-off valve to your house, and or if you have a service valve in place. And then go open a bathtub drain or a utility sink and just vent the pressure off. Okay, again, if you have other filters in line here, you want to put all those in the bypass mode prior to doing this. Okay, so you vent the pressure off that way. The other way, if you don't have a shut-off valve or you don't have access to a closed faucet, you can go ahead and put the valve into the bypass mode. Basically, you're going to close your inlet and, valve here and put it into bypass mode. That'll release the pressure here. You'll still have pressure here, but you won't have pressure in the tank. So once you've relieved the pressure out of the tank, you're going to want to go ahead and remove your little side port here. So if you're using straight calcite, you'll just basically get one of these nifty little transmission funnels at a hardware store, and you'll go ahead and you'll fill the calcite up back up to your 2/3 mark. Again, never go over that 2/3 mark. If you have a calcite Corosex blend, go ahead and blend it up like we showed you earlier, and then again just pour your pre-blended mixture up into your 2/3 mark. Once you've filled your media back up, go ahead and replace the cap. Okay, there again, if your house you want to flush this out, I would suggest probably going ahead and going into a backwash mode again prior to bringing out all the rest of your filters and your house back up. Basically, you can go back in and open your valve back up, and that will allow the water to go back in, your pressure will be rebuilt, you'll be ready to go.